Dr. Gregory Horton here, three-time Olympic medalist and world champion in track and field. Thank you all for coming over to this channel. If you like the information that we present on this channel, please give us a thumbs up. Also, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Today we're going to talk about Noah Lyles and why I think he is so great. I think he's one of the best sprinter, or he will be one of the greatest sprinters of all time. Now, I competed against his father, Kevin Lyles, when I was in college, and I can tell you that I am not surprised that Noah is so great. You know, his father was a competitor in his own right. He was never afraid of a challenge. He always looked forward to give his best, and I can see why the chip did not fall far from the block. Now, when I look at Noah Lyles, I see why he is a champion. I see that even though he is a competitor, that even the people that he competes against, he is trying to help them in many ways. When you look at the young champion, Kerrion Knighton, I can see why you can see that level of respect. Even though they are rivals, they are not adversaries. And that is important. And I'm saying that to say, when you look at Noah's attitude, when you look at his mindset, when you look at his discipline and his dedication on the track and off the track, you can now understand why he will be a force to be reckoned with for years to come. Now, one of the things I want to talk about today is Noah's development. Now, Noah gave up his college years to go straight into the pros out of high school. And one of the things I am impressed with is his development from the amateur into the professional arena. He seemed to be getting it right from beginning. He gave himself enough time to mature into the athlete that he is now. And that is impressive, because oftentimes athletes who struggle to make the transition from amateur into the professional arena, you will see that they are not in the right environment that can help them to mature physically and psychologically, so they can become the best version of themselves. Now, I want to say that if you look at his muscles, if you look at his mindset, if you look at his determination, if you look at his race execution, you will see that he has been developing the right way, and he moved from an amateur into a champion, dominating, and that takes a special talent, not just physical talent, but also mental talent. And I say this to say that when I look at other athletes, especially some of the young Jamaicans who may have dominated the high school setting, that when you look at where they are now, there is nothing close or nothing to talk about. The only Jamaican male sprinters who dominated high school and made a successful transition into the professional arena are Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, and Oblique Seville. Now, the question that we must ask today, I was reasoning with a good friend of mine who is also a coach, and he too had his concerns, because he wants to know what is preventing some of these young and developing athletes from becoming the best version of themselves. When you look at them physically, their physique has not been properly developed. When you look at them psychologically, you can tell that the level of discipline, dedication, focus, and race execution that they should display, it is not there. And he wanted to know, why is it that many of the young athletes who dominated high school track, why are they not as developed as Noah Lyles? What is going on in their camp setting that is preventing them from becoming the best version of themselves? And he is saying that it is not just the physical training alone. Something else is missing. Why is it that some of the male athletes who dominated high school sports are not like a Noah Lyles? Right physique, right determination, right commitment, right discipline, right dedication, right focus, right execution of race and race strategies. And he's saying that something must be wrong with either their ego, their level of intelligence, or maybe they are not devoted enough. When we look at a Noah Lyles, we can see the devotion. We can see that he wants to be great. And as a result of that, he is putting in the work because this is what his life should represent. I want to read your comment and see your comment in the comment section. Do you agree that many of the athletes in Jamaica, that they may not be devoted enough, or maybe it is their ego that gets in their way, that prevent them from being an athlete like a Noah Lyles? And I say that to say that when we look at what it takes to be a successful athlete in terms of making the transition from amateur into the professional, in terms of physical development and mental and psychological development, then we can use Noah Lyles as a textbook example as to what it should be if one wants to be great. I thank you very much for listening. I am Dr. Gregory Horton. Have a blessed day.